So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Messages from Venus. Like I told you guys, if you guys watched the other video, the I'm back video, and explaining in a nutshell what I've done, I want to keep my videos nice and sweet and short and just be consistent, which has been a very big problem for me because I experienced heartache, pain, embarrassment, and it hurts to the absolute core. Not to say that I can't multitask, but it takes a lot for me to be on camera, always talking to you guys and wanting to be fake happy all the time, like a lot of people on here are, or just not talk about the problems that us in the spiritual community go to, because I feel like a lot of people put us on pedestals. You guys put us on pedestals and you guys think, well, you guys are witches, you guys are this, and how come it's not working out for you? And because most of the time when you're on this side of town, no one's doing the work for you. You have to do the work yourself. That's why. In a nutshell, that's what it is. I don't have Jesus Christ going out there and fighting my battles. I have to wake up every day and fight my own battles. I don't pray to any God, any Jesus Christ, any Allah, any Buddha. I don't pray to no one, not even the gods and goddesses that I acknowledge exist. Okay, that I know that they live through me and I live through them and I live via them and they live via me. I don't wake up like that every day. So for those of you that are Christians that are willing to cross over to this side, you must understand that on this side there's probably more pain than what you're experiencing now, because you have to see it and acknowledge it. And that's basically what happened to me in a very small nutshell. 100 things were happening to me since September of last year, and some of the things I was aware of and other things I wasn't aware of, and some of the things I was trying to like just cover up with one finger, and I just couldn't do it anymore. I had to be honest with myself, honest with the things that I wanted, and not allow others, whether living or dead, to put me in predicaments that I did not feel comfortable in anymore, because I already did what I had to do. But I'm going to start back in 2020 now, September, this is when I'm recording this. 2019, I was not aware that my credit was being used. I had so many things under my credit that I wasn't even paying attention to whether it was here, there, what was the number, why, because I was getting rid of things. And I know somewhere along the line, it was going to skyrocket. It was going to go back to being what it used to be, whether it was a 663 when I first got the car, or 720 before I got the car, or 750, 800, it didn't matter. I knew somewhere along the line, it was going to go back to being what it was. I had just moved out of another spot. I used to live in Kingsbridge, and it was just me and an elderly lady. I didn't have Victoria back then, and someone, let's say, I'm going to just say someone stole my credit, right? I want to say that she probably gave my credit information to someone else. I wasn't just walking around. I didn't just leave it somewhere. I didn't leave my social security somewhere. That's not what happened. Because the reason why I say this is not because I'm pointing fingers specifically. It's my intuition. It's my assumption as to how it happened. Why? Because my ex-boyfriend could have done so much damage if it was him. He could have done so much more damage if it was him trying to get this or trying to get that. Everybody's like, oh, it was probably that boyfriend of yours. It was probably the ex-boyfriend. I was like, he's doing whatever the fuck, whatever it was. Sorry. Oh, that's another thing. I have to stop cursing on here because I think they flag videos now if you curse too much. But that's something else that he was doing on his own, that he didn't need to take my social security and do whatever he needed to do, or whatever he thought he needed to do. So at the time, my former coworker, my former roommate, she was moving upstate New York, and she needed refrigerators, she needed this, she needed that. In September, when my credit was being used, I was still fixing it. I'm still working on fixing it because there's a lot of things that need to get off of it. I went from having like over $100,000 worth of credit of debt, like close to like $120,000 of worth of debt, to it totally decreasing down to $71,000, and it's gonna go even lower before the end of the year. In total, I'm talking about like student loans, car, credit cards, loans, etc. in total. So the point is that somebody stole my credit. I didn't know. So this happened in September. It was on my credit score in September. I wasn't paying attention to it because I'm thinking it's fluctuating this much because I'm making payments here. I stopped making payments there. Something's happening, right? That's a little off. And I didn't think that it was somebody else. So somebody calls me. This is now moving forward in February. This is in regards to the credit. Moving forward in February, someone calls me from Capital One and they're like, listen, you haven't made this payment. I have had already the car with Capital One. Those are the people that finance my loan, and they realize like it's not her. It's their same social security, not the same name, not the same address. So I had to just go through all of that, make sure that the house that they try to take under my name, that them going to Best Buy and a whole bunch of other electronic shops trying to get credit cards didn't move forward. The only thing that moved forward was the Capital One credit card. They went to Miami with the credit card, and they ordered food and like a couple of Ubers with the money. So I had to take that off my credit score. I still have on my credit score the 3 places that they would try to get credit from me. I still have that on my credit report, as if I went to those places, but I did not. So that's something that I'm still working on till this day. Now, going backward to December. In December, I experienced a breakup. I'm not gonna say that it was a breakup on his behalf, but it was a breakup on my behalf, because this is how I felt. It is always my story, his story, and then the truth. You can take this for what you have. I don't know who on here knows him, or if you guys want to hit him up or whatever. I don't know. Some people on here are nosy. Some people from my past are really nosy. They'll go and like do crazy stuff and like try to figure stuff out. I don't understand why. Why are y'all still here? What is the problem? What is it? What? Y'all got what y'all wanted. What's the problem? What is the problem? But it wasn't it to me. To now that I'm aware and awake to everything that was going on, it wasn't a breakup. It was just me realizing I was lied to, I was used. It was nothing but a joke. I was never a priority, and he never left where he was. It was all a plot. Let's just use this person. She'll get us from point A to point B. Maybe we can keep the car. That's what it was to me. Took my car back and I paid him out. Okay, and I'm gonna put it on social media, however you guys want to see it. If they want to rebuttal, if they don't want to rebuttal, I really don't care, because that's basically what happened. No matter how many times he and I spoke about it, and no matter how many times you want to deny things, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The receipts say otherwise. So I spoke to the individual, showed the person receipts. Y'all know how I give it up. But you know why? Because you can't just move forward with somebody else and deny that somebody has helped you along the way, or that somebody has done the things that they needed to do for your well-being, regardless of what your reasoning was behind it. You know, no matter whether he in his mind, he might have thought like, I'm not using anybody because I'm doing something with her, or you know, I'm having physical relations with her, so I'm not like violating anybody. That's just your responsibility, what you're supposed to do. In his mind, that's probably what it was, and that's how it was for me for 5 years. That's how it was for me for a very long time. Or we have a purpose together, or we have a spiritual connection together. That's how it was for me for a very long time, until I couldn't hold it anymore. Because one, I didn't give myself time between the relationship before then and now, where I didn't give myself time to heal, for my relationship with my ex to grow. That was my fault. I was very much in debt, and I was kind of like still going through my other relationship with him, and that's something that will deter your relationship. So it's important for you guys, when you jump from one relationship to another, or one person to another, for it to keep it light, sweet, and fun if you have the problems that I was having with my finances. And then I'm still having, in a sense, because I still have to get rid of the loans, and I still have to move out. But that's not going to happen until next year, because I have to be smart about it and not allow people to pressure me, not allow anybody to want me to race with them when there's no race to be had, because it's my story and it's my process, and I'm the one telling it. It's my testimony. A lot of people forget that. So this is my story, and this is how I saw it. And this is why I reacted the way I reacted, and I said the things I said to whom I said the things that I said to, because I was angry, because I was upset. No, I was never jealous of anyone, nor her, nor him, nor what they had going on. None of that, because I don't want that. I don't want that, and that's just facts. And so it turned into, I was in love, I'm doing whatever I have to do for my relationship too. This is just nonsense, and it's better that it ended this way. However, it didn't need to end this way, because out of 5 years, I can tell you, I don't want him in my life, not even as a friend. You come back in my next life, I don't even want you next to me, not even as a dog, because you couldn't be honest with me. It's just too many lies, too many things. You just had to tell me. If you're in a relationship with somebody, or you think, or you're making that person believe they're in a relationship with you, your responsibility is to tell them, like, look, this is what's going on. Don't let them find out on social media. Don't let the other person that you're with try to tell them, like, oh, you're just jealous, you're just this. Nobody cares. I don't care to have a child out of wedlock. I don't care for my kid to be here, there. I don't care for my kid to go through a ridiculous amount of experience, of situations that kids don't need to go through, or hear things that they don't need to hear. I don't want my kid going through that. So jealousy, it was never. Jealousy, it was never. People love to come for me because, oh, she doesn't have a kid. Oh, she doesn't understand. I'm more than a mother than a lot of women with children will ever attest to be, with a fur baby and everything. So it was never that. So people, sometimes they flatter themselves. The point is that right now, they're both blocked. I don't want anything to do with the situation. I said what I had to say. I got out of the way as I was asked to get out of the way, and everybody can live happily ever after. I'm sure now I don't have to be an excuse for anybody, and that's my absolute goal. I don't have to be an excuse for no one. I don't have to be the reason why somebody isn't doing the things they have to do, or I don't have to be the reason why people are arguing. I don't have to be the reason why people are apart. I don't have to be the reason anymore. That karma, that baggage, all of that stuff was done and over with. I completed it and I'm done. Did I lose a lot? Absolutely. I lost a lot of spiritual connection because I was so angry. I was so bitter at the fact that I couldn't figure out why I had to endure so much for so long and fight for something that you fought so hard for, and then the same person that you're fighting for can just smack you in the face with nothing but hatred, because that's basically what it was. Nothing but absolute hatred. And that hurt so bad, because if you saw yourself as a friend to somebody, like I saw myself as a friend to him, but to him, I was never even a friend. I was never even a best friend, because you can't turn around and not be honest with somebody. You can't move forward away from somebody, still keep their car, still assist, still have physical intercourse with you, and expect them to be totally okay with you walking away with somebody else, or giving all your work to someone else, or trying to give the crown they thought they gave you, which you do not need, to someone else that hasn't worked not even half the things, hasn't accomplished not even half the things. I don't care whether you have a kid. I don't care if you guys live together. I don't care. The person has not accomplished not even half of the things that you did, to your standards, not to what society wants, not to the hood rat shit, not to the government having asses. Nobody cares. Nobody cares for that. Nobody cares to have that anymore. Maybe in your worlds, maybe as a hood rat, that's what you consider other people to be jealous of. Nobody cares for that, okay? Because I prefer to be childless than to go through half of the things that somebody else will make me go through, and still have to remind me of the things that I don't do. And then someone else's name is always in the middle. My name is nowhere in the middle anymore, and that's what I'm happy about. As far as the investment that he did for my car, I paid him back $2,200. I'm done. I paid him back because, again, I am a believer of giving credit where credit is due. I don't just snatch things away from people. Oh, you took something away that was never, it was meant for you. You didn't know how to appreciate it, so I had to take it back. Okay, I will always have my receipts with me. I will always have things to say. It'll always be my story, your story, and the truth. And I bet you more money than what we probably both have in the bank, that my receipts will match the truth. But that's no here nor there. I'm just not so much venting, but well, yeah, venting a little bit, because I haven't been able to talk about it on social media. But I want people to understand, like, when you experience a breakup, honesty is the best policy, especially if you've been in a relationship for a very long time. It's fantastic when you can end up as somebody's friend, and I would have still been there with him or for him had he been honest with me. But you want to play games, have your cake, eat it too, lie to somebody, try to keep their stuff, and think that it's okay to talk down to them. That's not gonna happen. Somebody's bound to lose, and I could take that L 24/7 just to feel the fresh air and peace that I feel now. I'm done with the karma. I am absolutely done with the karma. I don't care for it. I don't care for contracts that are fake, because when things start wrong, they're gonna end up wrong. Now, with that being said, yes, I'm still paying. I'm like looking at the things that I had to talk about. Let me see. Yes, I still have my car. My car is not repossessed. I have a lot of people like assuming, I guess, like family members and like some friends, like, oh, the car is probably repossessed. It's in Connecticut. Relax. It wasn't in the Bronx before, and because I have a lot of debt, I prefer to keep my car, have somebody turn it on and off, and then get out of the debt that I'm in while paying for rent and taking care of myself and taking care of my fur baby, period. And a lot of people could say, well, you can always use your car to make money. Absolutely, but I need the DMV to open for that. So once that's done, then I can do it. I can take my car and make money with it. As far as like coronavirus, I am okay. I've had a total of 4 family members affected directly that have been symptomatic and tested positive, and also asymptomatic. I have never had a positive test results, but I have antibodies because I've worked in the shelter system for one job, and the other job, I have been an essential worker. I work for a third-party company that works directly with Amazon. So I've been working this entire time. I've had no time to rest. As a matter of fact, I work 7 days a week. I'm going to leave that for another video because I want to keep my videos. This is past 15 minutes, but I think 20 minutes is the most that I'll do per like just talking videos. What I think about coronavirus, I'll talk about it in another video because I don't want to get into it. Let me see. I'm still paying bills, like I said. And as far friendships and relationships, I've built so many new friendships that is amazing to me. That is like real, genuine friendships. And the people that have carried over to me, I'm always like looking out for them. Not always, I should say, but I feel like my best friends, or like the best of my friends, are those that I can just hit up quietly and ask them how they're doing, even if it's like 2-3 months down the line, and just to make sure that they're okay. So that's good with me. And then as far as relationships is concerned, I'm not in a relationship because I refuse to have the next person that I choose to be in a serious relationship with to be called a rebound. I don't want them to be called a rebound. I don't want anybody talking down to them. I don't want them to feel like they're carrying over stress. So for right now, I feel like me and the person that I was talking to after my past relationship, because please note that I've literally been single for like 8 months. Like, yeah, I was still physically in contact with my ex-boyfriend up until, I want to say, like the beginning of July or something like that. The last time I spoke to him was, I want to say, August 22nd or 23rd. It was like the day that I like took him off my cell phone, and we hadn't seen each other or spoken like 2 months before then. So I've technically been single for most, like, this entire year. But I don't want to say I met somebody, because I didn't just meet them. It wasn't just like spontaneous. But that person will always have my respect, because he had his situation, I had my situation going on, but we respect each other's space, and we know that this is probably not the best time to start relationships. I miss him with everything I have, because I feel like he knows so much about me. Like, I can call him right now and, yo, when did my grandmother pass away, and he'll know these things. Like, these are certain things that he'll know, and just keep me in mind all the time. Yes, I've been physical with somebody else, and it was absolutely amazing. I'm not holding grudges against my ex-boyfriend. I just feel like he's just, I'm calling him my ex-boyfriend because he was a boyfriend to me, but I feel like he's just that individual. It's just another individual, that somebody that I knew, somebody that I used to know. That's how I see him. But I'll talk more about like relationships and other things in other videos, because it's about to be 20 minutes. I'm gonna try to turn on my light because I figured this light will give me enough light, but I'm still a little bit in the dark. And then I'll talk to you guys in regards to like coronavirus and the quarantine and how I've been helping myself out during this time. So I hope everyone has stayed safe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, my flowers.